one will know.
You're still good here, bud.
Yes. We are live.
We're going.
Nice. And then it took a little bit. I'm pretty sure we're... It says we're live on our end, but is the main thing going?
Should be up.
Oh.
We'll see. Should be up and going. Let's see here.
Technical difficulties.
Because Gord said there was no video, but I'm seeing video. Can anybody see us? Are we real?
Are we alive?
Wow, we got lots tuned in. Flynn and Anita are on their wonderful trip up north. Flynn's going to hammer some big Ikanu, hopefully.
Hopefully he finds them.
Yeah. It's going to be a good trip up there. Let's see who all we have. Let me just look up the list. Hi, Gord. Hey, Robin, Dave Parkinson, Trevor, Gord Martin, Ron and Robin, Dave Parkinson, Eric, Tyrell, Anita. Perfect. Well, let's start off with the wonderful Summer Slam. How's it going this year?
It's quite interesting, like with a few extra new species this year. So I've seen a lot of people put extra kilometers on, especially in the Manitoba and Saskatchewan areas. Quite some nice looking freshwater drum I've seen.
Yes.
Haven't quite seen too many sklake. And I also noticed that Eric managed to catch some channel cats, which was really interesting.
We've this year we have some fish that we had in before that we haven't caught, and now we've got some new ones that we've added this year that have been caught. So it's it's definitely pretty cool to see.
And not to mention some of those common carp that some of those Saskatchewan guys and Manitoba guys have been catching this year have been quite ridiculous.
Yeah,
they're quite fat.
Well, and I know there's been a few people that have asked me. They're like, "Are we going to run sturgeon?" No, we're not running sturgeon. It's too hard.
Fisheries has advised us not to put them in, as well as certain other species. So we go fisheries state. But as people noticed on the announcement, Challenge 3 has ended and Challenge 4 has started. So hopefully Flynn might find that Ikonu for Challenge 4 and give him a few extra inches on that. But the winner of Challenge 3 goes to Eric Lewis at 100 inches with his best 3 walleye and best 3 perch. I will post the leaderboard up after this meeting, as well as the mystery draw for that goes to Chad Shank. So
redraw, not Chad.
So Eric goes home with a bunch of bottom bouncers or slick sticks. Got a big slick stick pack here. There's 4 slick sticks involved here, plus some walleye harnesses, as well as some Northland spoons, a couple of spoons, some walleye harnesses, and another slick stick there. Chad will be going home with that, some tungstens, quick strike rigs, and some plastics, all kindly donated by Leslie's Lures. Nice little pack, as well as I noticed he didn't have enough buzz bombs, so I'll give him another buzz bomb. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Yes. And I unfortunately can't load up the leaderboard as of yet, so people will get to see the actual total results after this meeting too. But you're all going to get a pretty eye-opening look at someone putting a lot of kilometers and a lot of fish on the last month. The guy starts with an E and ends with a Lewis.
Yeah. Now, Gord's just commenting that Eric says them carp are crazy points. Gord says them carp are slimy. Day going after them, had to throw my clothes away.
Yeah, I was talking to I was talking to Curtis about it too, and he mentioned that he was talking with Eric, and Eric wasn't too happy about his clothes basically being garbage.
Yeah, and you know, I'm gonna say this. I'm really surprised that we haven't had anybody go to Okanagan Lake to target these fish. Because in Okanagan Lake, you can find carp that are like 30 inches swimming right beside the boat launches. They don't bite anything though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Trust me. I mean, as a kid, we tried to catch them all the time in Kelowna, and we couldn't. The best that people ever did with carp, it seemed, was going down to Vaso Lake, bow fishing them was the way everybody was doing it back in the day. But
yeah,
Curtis says they got schooled by the teacher.
Are you sure you don't have any kids, Curtis? That's a pretty lame dad joke.
Yeah, he's a fur dad.
He is.
So what's the challenge that they're going after this time, Brodyn?
Challenge 4 is biggest 3 fish. They all must be different species of fish. So you can submit a pike, a walleye, and say, in Flynn's case, possibly an canoe. But you can't just go and submit 3 pike for this tournament. Obviously, you can submit your pike to upgrade for your total inches in some slam, but only your 3 biggest of said individual species will be included in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And those prize packs, they're in the garage right now, but they are kindly donated by Rubies in the Trail. So there's 2 big gift packs that both the mystery guy will be going home with, or girl, and the winner of Challenge 4.
Yeah, and so with that, if anybody is ever looking, Rubies does up like
some amazing ones.
Yeah, they're amazing gift packs. You can go and check them out. You can find some pretty amazing stuff there.
Actually, if you give me a minute, I'll actually just go grab one.
Well, there you go. Grab one. Yeah. So with that, I mean, it's so cool to see what you guys have done with the SummerSlam. I remember, you know, we started the SummerSlam when COVID hit, and I had to cancel all the in-person derbies. So I'm like, well, let's do this. Thank goodness for the app and for Taryn and Brodyn. So Brodyn for running it, Taryn for dealing with the numbers behind it. Because when I was running it, I didn't have nearly this many people doing the SummerSlam, but it's evolved into such a cool thing. And I'm so glad that we have so many people participating in the SummerSlam. So you guys are rocking it. You guys are putting on a ton of kilometers and catching some amazing fish. Robin's saying she needs more days off. Yeah.
Is Robin just a little bit tired from babysitting you when you go to Open Creek?
Well, so I got to tell you a funny story about Open Creek. We were just out there this past weekend, and we were sitting around on Saturday night having a couple bevies around the fire, and we heard a noise of a bloody tree coming down, and you could hear these, and the beavers are knocking down trees, and I shined my red flashlight over, and there's this beaver running across the trail. So I chased after him, grabbed his little thin stick, like it was only about this big, this little tree, and started beating the bush to scare him away. Well, we woke up in the morning and the bloody beavers had dropped a tree about that big over top of the road, so we couldn't even pull out in the morning. So he got his revenge.
Funny.
Tyler, is it the best 3 overall or for the month? So for the entire
Month.
from the 15th to the 16th to the 15th, it is your 3 biggest fish out of 3 separate species. That's what counts for you.
Yeah, and only for this month of challenge.
Yeah. Gord wants to win the lottery so he can fish year round. Okay, Gord. Well, when you win the lottery, you just make sure you remember us because we want to fish year round too.
I just want to have a regular weekend so I can at least fish a couple of days.
Robin's suggesting that SummerSlam goes into October next year.
Well, on October, speaking of that, there is actually talks, and I will confirm there will be a fall cup that starts immediately after the SummerSlam. Same rule, similar rules, just inches. It involves walleye, all species of trout, bar, slake, and lake trout, because you can't be building inches on them. The walleye, trout, and pike. Your 3 sort of main targets for fall fishing, and that'll be announcements later on this in the coming weeks as I get a few things. But we're going to be trying a few different rules out on this one, as that's why I threw out the survey. So we're going to be interchanging a couple of things and see how all you guys like it. And then obviously it's going to go for another couple of months. So then everyone can get into their fall fishing and possibly win some money.
Be awesome.
Possibly.
But of course now you're cutting into the bow hunters' time. So you're gonna lose those bow hunters to fishing. So
yeah, but fishing doesn't revolve around you, Mike.
I'm not the only one that hunts. Trust me. There's lots of people.
Yes.
There's lots of people I see that hunt. So they'll
They're
go
gonna
out
have to
hunt
suck
in
it
the
up.
morning. So I bet you exactly what I know what's going to happen. They're going to have their bows with them in their truck. They're going to go bow hunting first thing in the morning, go fish, and then go back bow hunting. So it'll be full days. And for every wife that's out there that ends up losing her husband 2 full days of the weekend because of this, well, we're sorry, but he's doing what he loves. So, or if your wife is going out and leaving you at home, we're sorry, she's doing what she loves.
So yeah, to answer Robin, yes, there is actually not SummerSlam because summer is technically over.
September
or close to being over. Yeah, September 20th. So technically over soon. So then you can't really name SummerSlam going into October. So it kind of has to fall into fall, hence the Fall Cup.
Flynn says, sounds good to me. I know someone who has to teach. Ouch. That's hurtful.
I don't know. I've seen Eric pull out some amazing size walleye just off a couple hours of fishing. So
yeah, he says for everyone else, at least I'll be working at that time. Yeah, Eric's gonna call in sick for 3 days and go out and hammer everything he needs for the month. So
yeah, no, that's fine. No, that's pretty much it on my SummerSlam sort of update of things. There, as well as just to give a bit of a heads up, there will be a couple more surveys given out the next couple of months too. We're just sort of getting a gauge on everyone's opinions on things and possible changes for next year.
And for next year we do have a few rule clarifications where they'll be kind of really explaining the rules so that there is no gray area. Gord Bus suggests we call it the Fall Brawl.
Yes. Is he getting it? Yeah, Fall Brawl. We could. I haven't set up on a name yet, so we could definitely call it the Fall Brawl if everyone agrees with that name. Like Gord's comment, and I'll look back in the comments later.
Yeah, no, that's good. But yeah, so there will be a few changes that are made. Most of them are just some clarifications of the rules, stuff like that, just so that we remove any of that gray area, stuff like that, make it a little bit easier. I'm trying to think if there's any other major things for next year. Hoping maybe we get a couple more in-person derbies, kind of get them
later.
Yeah, get them set out. That we know we have lots of people that have mentioned it about splitting up the Bass Derby weekend so that they can attend both Bass Derbies. So that's a thought. as well as potentially adding a couple more derbies, just little one-day derbies
in the
coming,
fall.
coming into September, stuff like that. So, that September dry fly and wet fly fishing for trout is marvelous. So,
definitely is.
I think Trevor's making fun of Tyrell's arms. He says, because Tyrell wrote, I'm down south right now, but I do too, talking about big Lakers. He says they're so deep right now. And Trevor says, give those little arms a workout, pulling them up from them depths.
Wow. I love Lakers.
Trevor wants to know if you're thinking of a potential for teams. Trevor, are you talking teams for the fall or for next year for SummerSlam?
There is work, so I'm just sort of working it out in the app. So, like I said, just working out a couple more kinks. There will be the possibility of a team category in this. So we'll have to I need to work out a couple more things in the app, and I will go, and I'll obviously through the surveys, I'll announce that through that as well, and get a general gauge, because obviously a lot of people have asked for the team section, and I know a lot of people liked the teams up in Flin Flon. So just sort of bringing a couple of things like anglers want, but obviously we just have to, the app allows teams, but it's a little tricky to direct and whatnot. But I can, like I said, we're working it out.
With teams, I mean, especially stuff like that, we're going to have to really make sure that we don't have, the top two guys joining up, that kind of stuff, because that just kind of ruins the fun of a team. If you're people that are placing top two in teams all the time or on team together, you kind of lose that right away.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I think that's everything. If anyone actually has any suggestions, feel free to reach out to me. But I think we are on to move on to the Angler of the Year now, aren't we?
Yes, we are. It's been a great year. I mean, we started the year off with over 50 anglers fishing. It was absolutely amazing. And we ended the year off with almost 50 anglers. So it was a great year. Every one of the derbies was, as always, it's been a blast. They've been fun. We had great attendance. I can't say enough how happy we are as a group of directors with the group of people that come out and fish our derbies. Everybody is so open and welcoming and just there to have a great time. It really means a lot to the directors that you all come out and spend that time at the events and have as much fun as you do. It makes what we do for you guys worthwhile. And we've said it multiple times. If anybody's got ideas, bring them up to us. If you have an idea for a tournament that you'd like to see happen, we'd love to hear it. We'd love even more for you to say, hey, I want to run this tournament. So we're always looking for every other tournament that we add. We're always looking for more people to kind of join and step up and do them. I'm just going to look here. In total this year, take a guess how many different anglers registered for events.
How many different anglers? I'm going to say, I'd say 87 at a guess. If anyone seems to be closer, I'll give them a little gift pack from my tote of crap. When I say crap, it's a bunch of fishing gear that I just don't use.
Yeah, all brand new stuff. Usually he brings it by to the kids and they get stuff. So we've got, Trevor says 45. Well, Trevor, I just said we had over 50 at the Trout Derby, so you're out for sure.
It's just like the Price is Right. If it's over, you're out.
Well, and he's way under. I already said we had over 50.
Trevor's not good at listening.
Eric Lewis 91, Curtis Jensen 70, Curtis Jensen 75, Tyrell 70, G-Bus 83, Vernon 68, Gord 94, Flynn 104, Denise 74, Dave Parkinson 78. We'll leave it go for another, what do I got here? Another 45 seconds.
Well, do they want a box of tackle or do they want a shadow box of a fly? If I can get the right picture of it. There we are.
Jim 88, Carl 64. Can I guess? Because I really want that fly box.
No, you can't.
Ah,
You've got the numbers in front of your face. So you can pick either this one or a Dota Great Big Pink one. Where are we? Stupid camera. Hard to show the picture with the shadowing, but there we go.
cool. Robin says 89, Greg Harrison 86.
Of course, they pick either numbers aside from me. Oh.
Well, that's okay. I'm gonna tell you, nobody was over the number. So Flynn wins saying 104. We actually had 113 different anglers register for events this year.
Damn it, Flynn.
Yeah. So Flynn would like the tackle box and both shadow boxes.
No. He can either pick the tackle or he can pick the shadow box of the fly.
Well, I'm picking for him. He wants all of it.
No, you can't do that. I'm generous, but I'm not that generous.
Well, okay.
I got to keep at least one of these shadow boxes because they don't make that fly anymore.
Yeah, no, they're really cool. So yeah, congratulations, Flynn. You won that. That's a lot. Flynn says the pink fly.
I'll make sure to either deliver it or I'll see you next year for it. Depending on how, unless you fly back, unless you drive past my place, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, just make sure you message Brodyn when you're coming home, Flynn, and he might drive up to go fish with you somewhere on your drive home. He'll probably meet you in Cold Lake for a fish.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to our top 10 for Angler of the Year. In 10th place, Ryan Hackinson.
Ooh. Cowboy angler.
9th place, Mr. Ball. And he put on a lot of kilometers, and he put on a lot of kilometers scouting as well for this year. He went up to the territories to check it out. He's got it in his mind that he should be running a kayak derby up in the territories. So keep on the lookout for that. Number 7, Mr. Flynn. 6th place is Aljon.
Oh.
5th place with, as he put it, over 8,000 kilometers is Gord Martin. So now this is where I want to start giving out some scores. So we took your best 6 tournaments. So Gord is sitting at 549 points. So over 6 tournaments, he lost 51 points only. So he's averaging less than 10 points an event.
But for anyone who doesn't understand that, that's scoring in the top 10 at every event.
Yeah, top 9 at least. Type
yeah,
thing.
top 9, yeah.
In 4th place, 3 points ahead at 552 points is Jim Kind. In 3rd place, 14 points ahead of him at 566 points. So now we're down to, you've only lost 34 points over 6 derbies. So you're losing less than 6 placings, basically.
Basically scoring nearly in the top 5 in every event.
Yeah. And that goes to Joe Gotti.
Oh.
2nd place at 572 points. So here again, we're 28 points. So your top 5 basically is what it would equal out to.
Yeah.
And without any big fish awards or anything like that, just cash from events, $1,364. is Curtis Jensen.
Yeah.
So
and that's not including the almost $600 he won at Cold Lake.
yeah, he's probably. Did he win anywhere else for money?
I don't know.
No 50-50s or anything anywhere. So he's just shy of the $2,000 then.
Yeah.
So great year.
Bugger.
In first place with 580 points. So now let me put this in context. So for Joe Gotti, he had 1 10th place finish, 1 9th place finish, 2 8ths, a 4th, and placed first at Lesser Slave Lake. Curtis Jensen had 2 10th place finishes, a 9th place, a 3rd place, and placed first at Ruby's and the Sucker Derby. Our last angler, the worst out of his 6 derbies, was a 7th place finish, followed by 3 5th place finishes, a 3rd place finish, and a 1st place finish at Mosier. And that is Mr. Eric Lewis. Takes home our Angler of the Year for 2024. So congrats, Eric. And with that, I want to say thank you very much to the Gotti family. They were the ones that had these plaques made for everybody for all of our events this year. So thank you so much for that. It was amazing.
They look super nice too. I was like, thanks again for that, Joe.
Yeah.
And your family,
They're amazing. So Eric, along with that, I have a paddle from Blackwater to give you. There's a dry bag, I believe, and a throw rope as well. As well, we have 2 $250 gift certificates to use at Aquabatics online. So you've got $500 at Aquabatics to purchase yourself some new gear. Now, for the youth of the year, up until Cold Lake, we had a leader. Because that youth angler didn't go to Cold Lake, our leaderboard switched. And now I'm going to say this, out of, what did we have? 52, I think it was 52 at the Trout Derby. Had a 43rd place at the Trout Derby out of the 43 or something like that at the Sucker Derby, placed 26th. Out of the almost 60 anglers almost 50 anglers at Cold Lake, placed right in the middle at 26th. So that's a solid showing. And with that, I'm going to say that was the first year placing at Cold Lake. Was able to catch fish after the Derby at Cold Lake, but never during the Derby. It's a proud dad moment that I can say, congrats, Ben. You are the Youth Angler of the Year. And he put in a lot of miles, and I think this year he actually fished the most I've ever seen him fish out there for the event. So congrats, Ben. With that, we've got a paddle for you, as well as River Valley Guiding is going to take you on a half-day float and get you out onto some fish. So congratulations for that. That's absolutely amazing.
And then where he's going to outfish his father again on the river.
I told Julie she could go. Let him outfish her instead of me.
Has the ego been hit too many times?
You know what? I am so proud. I am so proud, and I'm so happy every single day that he goes out and outfishes me and has a better day on the water or in the bush than me. That just shows that's parenting done right. He's learned a lot from other people and didn't listen to anything I told him, so he's doing good. It's usually from Brodyn.
He didn't once come up to me and ask me anything. Well, then again, I was on the shoreline a lot at Cold Lake, so yeah. No, he did well. He caught a fish during the tournament. I know that was his big thing, to catch a fish during Cold Lake.
Yeah, well, and I'm going to say, Troy, I've just put your post up here. I'll comment on it in a sec. Ben actually said to me, he's like, before Cold Lake, he's like, Dad, if I don't catch a fish during the event, he's like, I don't think I'm going to register next year because I don't want to cost you money. And then he hit fish. So now I got to pay for him for Cold Lake again next year. So, but the good thing is he has a paper route now, so he can start saving his own money and start saving for the events.
We thank you for your donation to the trail.
Yeah. So I see we have a comment here from Troy Patterson. He says, "So is this an in-person or online kayak tournament site? Was just Googling and found this stream. We'll be getting a kayak this fall and excited to hopefully participate." Troy, yes. So this is Western Canada. We run events through BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and into Manitoba. We run in-person derbies from the end of May until this year. It was August long weekend, but we also run an online event that you can participate in that starts May 15th and runs all the way until September 15th. So as long as you're from the coast to the Manitoba border, you can be in the territories or any of the Western provinces. Absolutely. So check us out on Facebook, Western Canada Kayak Fishing Trail. You can shoot an email to us, westcankayaktrail@gmail.com, or go online and send your questions in to us on Facebook. We've got a bunch of great directors. Somebody will get back to you, provide you everything you need. And if need, we'll, oh, he's from Saskatoon. There you go.
Saskatoon.
We're getting overrun.
Ah,
We're getting more
Flatland.
and more Saskatchewan people. We need some more BC and Manitoba folks fishing.
You can't really call them flatlanders because after traveling Saskatchewan, it's only a little part of the actual province that's flatland. The rest of it's got shield rock.
No, it's only southern Saskatchewan that's flat. Everything else is it's a normal province.
Yeah. No. No. More than welcome to join. Always welcome new and coming anglers. Just like at Cold Lake, I got to meet a couple of young kids. That I was talking to last year at the fishing hole randomly one day, and they just talking to them, and they showed up, and I got to have another talk with the mother and the kids at Cold Lake, and yeah, they really enjoyed it. So hopefully, like I said, we're always evolving and always welcome to new people, and hopefully one day we might even eclipse 100 people at one event. Who knows?
Yeah. So Troy says he's originally from Florida, so he's used to flat. Yeah, well, our gators here are they swim a little faster and they've got more attitude, the old slough sharks. So
Yeah, I know.
But no, overall, an absolutely great season. We can't thank our sponsors enough. We've got sponsors that have been with us since the very start of our very first event here in Alberta, with Kokatat and Scotty and Werner been on board. We've got Garmin's been involved for years. We've got great people that have come in later. Ruby's has been a great supporter for us. Lou's obviously has done amazing with us. Overland provides prizes for us. I know I'm going to miss a ton of people.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give me 1 sec here. Let me do it this way. I'm going to bring this up so I can make sure that I get a bunch of these people listed off, because it's as a result of these sponsors that we're able to do what we do. So Kokatat, Werner's, Aquabatics has been with us for so many years. If you're in Alberta, get hold of them. They've got what you need. If you're in BC, Western Canoe and Kayak, Ryan and the guys out there, that's Western Canoe and Kayak, Clipper Canoes, and Blackwater. The last couple of years, they've done some amazing stuff with us. Scotty, Garmin, good old Len Thompson, they've been with us since the very start. If you're ever in the Lacombe area, come down, check them out. They will. They've got tours. You can come and do the factory. Old Town, they've been giving us boats. That's amazing. Stillwater Adventures out in Manitoba, they've stepped up over the past couple of years, and they sponsored the mini trail out there, giving away a kayak a couple of years in a row here. Getting Hooked Lures. For anybody. And so all of these companies that I'm mentioning, everybody, please go on. Anytime you can get a picture with them, tag them, thank your sponsors in that post. If they've got a site, go on. Like I know Getting Hooked, we really appreciate it if you guys will go on and Getting Hooked. For anybody that's used their lures, go on and write reviews of their hooks. It's a absolutely great way for us to get information out there. River Valley Guiding, a couple of years now, they've been providing us. Railblaza, Yak Power, another great one. They've been giving us stuff. Ruby's, Overland, Chili Moose has been out there. NRS has been huge for us over the years. Mustang, Tightline Anchors, Fishing Butler. Those things, I don't know anybody that doesn't have enough of them. Like, I could probably have 100 packages of those little Fishing Butlers, and I would still need more. I use them on absolutely everything. They're absolutely great, and they've been with us since the very start. So, you know, we've been so fortunate with our sponsors. Like I said, I know I missed some for Denise. I can't remember. Is it CR Baits?
Yep, CR Baits. Guy by the name of Chris. He makes them, and he does a phenomenal. Actually, speaking of which, I've got one in my hand, and it's like if I can get it.
Yeah,
he makes some really nice jigs, and very, very thankful what he's done for the Saskatchewan side of events too, as well as obviously Rubies and Overland and Stillwater.
Yeah, yeah, and with that, even, you know, we have anglers. Ron and Robin, a perfect example of people, you know, they kind of got thrown into it just through us going out to fish out at Open Creek over the years, and they really enjoyed doing it. They step up, and every year they're donating prizes to multiple derbies. So thank you for that as well.
They have joined the dark side.
They joined the dark side. Yeah. You see, Denise says the butlers, they're great for keeping camper cabinet doors closed. They're great for so many things. I have them in my hunting pack. I use them while I'm out hunting. Those little things are amazing. But yeah, like I said, you know, we've got so many great sponsors out there. We can't thank you all enough.
And let's not forget the really important one for the mornings, and that's Riverbend Roasters.
Riverbend Roasters with the coffee. Yeah.
Ooh. Need coffee.
Denise is like redhead equipment. Absolutely redhead equipment. Just remember, Denise, at Cold Lake, you told Julie you'd get her some redhead gear to go with her red hair. So don't forget to get her a hat and stuff. Yeah, but overall, all of us directors would like to thank all of you anglers for coming out and making all of these events a success, because without you, we wouldn't be where we are. I would also like to thank the rest of the directors for coming out. You guys all stepped up. You guys have all done amazing jobs. I'm so happy with where the trail started when I started in 2017 to where we are now. You guys have done an amazing job, and I can't thank you all enough for taking my thoughts and my dream and turning it into something this great. You guys have done amazing getting it where it's at. Oh yeah, Robin says that I got them hooked. Ron loves it now, but she's regretting getting Chad and the family involved. They're out fishing her.
Well, the thing is, if you invite one shank, you get the whole shanks.
Well,
but no, I love
usually just Chad that's questionable.
No. Chad just rains when everyone's parade when he decides to do vertical jig and somehow catch people 40 feet away from him.
But did he not catch whitefish? Did he catch a whitefish at Cold?
Yeah, and I got it double checked and confirmed it was a whitefish, so that was rather interesting. Like, there is whitefish in that lake, but
I think he brought it with him.
No.
Yeah, he filled his kayak with water and had it swimming in his kayak.
No. But no, on a personal note, Steph and I really do like the shanks, like, because I know we spent a lot of times over at their campground.
All of the shanks are absolutely great. Yeah, it's funny. When we were just in Rimby, Julie was in. We were out at Open Creek. Julie was in Rimby, and she ran into the shanks in Rimby. So yeah, it's a great group of people. All of them: Sky, Chad, Sam, Merritt. Merritt's way better half Shelley.
I'm not getting myself into any of this. That's your fire.
Yeah. Well, no, I just know to make sure that I praise Shelley over Merritt so that Merritt's still allowed to come and play. But yeah, no, thank you to everybody for coming out. And yeah, it's been a great season. I can't wait to see what happens for Challenge 4. This is going to be a good one. There could very easily be some, there could very easily be some big inches thrown out there. Robin just told me good thing Merritt's not on Facebook, and Chad says it's true though.
Sorry, Chad, I like you.
Oh, we love Chad. Chad's a good shit.
Yeah.
No, and with that, yeah, everybody have fun. Eric, I'll get hold of you and we'll figure out how to get this thing out to you. You send it in the mail or whatever. I'll bubble wrap it up really good and get it sent out to you.
And we'll send it. And assuming that he won challenge 3, we might as well send out it all at one time.
Yeah. So Troy just writes, the concept of kayak fishing is new to me. What flipped the switch and fish and switch in my soul? I can just imagine the feeling and connection to the water. Troy, it's great, and especially you get out with a group of people that we have out at these events, and everybody's there to have fun and help each other out. And yeah, it's an absolutely great time. So being from Saskatoon, oh yeah, Eric says mail might not get to him with the fire next door. Well, we'll work something out for you, Eric. Because
even if we have to hold on to it and find you a different address or something,
yeah, because we've got the challenge pack for you. We've got the trophy for you. I've got a paddle for you. So we got a whole bunch of stuff that needs to make its way to you. So we'll find a way to get it to you. Or if somebody's heading out this way from Saskatchewan that can get it part way to Eric or whatever, we'll work something out. But yeah, no. And like we've said multiple times. Oh, Eric says Ruby's maybe. I have something to pick up there still. Yeah, actually, Flynn, when
do a detour, grab your stuff, and then take Eric's stuff.
Yeah, Flynn's got to come get his prize, and then he can grab Eric's stuff, and I can get my stuff up to you for Eric, and then we can just send it all with Flynn, and at least it gets partway there.
I think this is the first time we haven't actually had to use gourd for any transport reasons.
Ironically, you said that, and at that exact same moment, it pops up in the chat. Give it to our Pony Express, Gord Martin, from Denise. Hey, Gord, are you going to Saskatchewan for anything? You're going to catch some fish for SummerSlam?
That's another one before we do go that I'd like to thank personally, because like a lot of background work was done by Gord, doing a lot of transport of a lot of goods, of certain checks and like forms and everything to a lot of our directors. Like Denise mentioned, he was basically Western Cairns Pony Express.
Yeah. Gord has been very instrumental in the past few years of, this was missed heading out to a derby, and Gord has driven, 150 kilometers one way to go and pick stuff up to bring it out to the events. So, I agree with my wife. She says Gord is amazing. Absolutely, he is. Gord, thank you so much for everything you do for the trail. Gord is our unofficial director that if Gord has something to say, we probably listen to it. So he's put on a lot of kilometers. He's put a lot of rear end time in the seat. He's had a lot of time to think about what we keep missing. So but no, with that, we're going to say goodnight. We're going to say goodbye until next year for the in-person events. We will be back in right around a month.
Yeah, right around a month.
Yeah, right around a month. We'll come back for the SummerSlam to talk about the last challenge. Maybe we'll wait and see what Brodyn wants to do, if he wants to break it up and give you guys the challenges one day and the overall another day. One thing I do want to say that we did miss, and thank you so much. The donation was absolutely unreal this year. G-Bus Outdoors. Your lures are absolutely spectacular lures. I love seeing our anglers posting pictures of G-Bus Outdoors lures, and they're tagging them in it. It's absolutely great to see. He was so kind in what he donated to the trail over the past years. We cannot thank you enough for all of that. I know Ben gave me 2 out of the crap ton he won. So I have 2 lures. So I can't wait to use them on fall walleye, but that's about all I'm going to get.
Now, I
So,
did get to see a post from Jill. Jill managed to catch one on, I think it was the Biohazard. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gord. I'm sorry.
Toxic waste, I think.
What's that?
Was it toxic waste?
Could be toxic waste. That's, yeah.
Yeah, and that was just posted. I saw that and I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I can tell you one sec. And Peter, Gord says next year everything goes in his truck. We'll just give Gord everything.
We are very grateful for your offer, Gord.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Peter, his family donating all of the eyeglass, the prescription eyeglass discounts. That was absolutely amazing. You know, there was like 200 of those business cards for people. So
yeah.
I still have a few left. If somebody needs them, let me know. I can get you them. And yeah, I mean, it's been an absolute wild ride. Gord says if the bass tournaments are on the same weekend, he can only make it to one. Well, that's why we're making it 2 separate weekends, Gord, so that you can get stuff to every derby.
Possibly making it. We have to obviously throw that in the survey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I appreciate from the initial responsive survey, I do appreciate everyone's opinions. And we as a trail are taking every single one into account, and obviously going to feed on from that and obviously evolve.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I mentioned before, if you would like to run a derby, all you got to do is be willing to be there to do it. And Chad says, can I ask what I missed? Robin said I missed a prize. Was out fishing, lost track of time.
If you missed it, there's no such prize then.
Yeah, sorry. I believe the fine print says if you missed it, it goes to your wife. So congratulations, Sam. You win.
Congratulations, Samantha.
Yeah, you win the mystery pack. So
she goes home with a buzz bomb, some roadside minnow lures, and some walleye harnesses.
There you go. He says fair. But yeah, so if you want to run a derby, let us know. All you need to be willing to do is to actually run the derby. We will handle all of the paperwork, all of that kind of stuff on our end. You would just need to be the person that's there to be the face of it. So if you've got any questions, comments, you want to get involved, reach out to any one of the directors, reach out to the trail page, reach out to Brodyn. He's a great contact. He's always around.
And I do apologize if I don't get back to you straight away because I'm working with my hands for 12-hour days. So
he's probably yelling and swearing and throwing wrenches covered in grease. So it's all good.
Yes, basically that.
Yeah. So Chad already said he told Brodyn he can help out next year. So I guess from what I understand with that, Chad's just volunteered to host the Summer Slam and Cold Lake for you.
He can verify all the fish.
Yeah, there you go. You can verify every fish for every derby. Never fish one. No, it's great. Thank you, everybody, for what you've done coming out to the derbies. All you directors, thank you so much. Brodyn, you're a hell of a great sport and everything that when we pick on you. So it's been great.
Are you picking on me? I thought this was just general Canadian customs.
Oh, no, we do pick on you a little bit, but it's all in fun. And yeah, so just so everybody knows, we will be posting at the end of the year all the different organizations that we have donated to this year as well. So we've done the Rimby Fishing Game Kids Fishing Event. We donate to the Lacombe Fishing Game Association as well. We've got our logo right with the world's largest lure right there in Lacombe. We've donated to Wishing I Was Fishing. We've donated to, so for everybody, anybody that wasn't at Cold Lake and may have been under a rock that remembers this gentleman, we lost Curtis Volovich, one of our longtime anglers this year. He passed away in a motorcycle accident. So we did a donation to him, as well as we've talked about trying to keep doing something moving forward. So at the end of the year, once everything's all said and done, we'll put up a post as well to everywhere that we've donated. And, we're always looking for places to donate to. And if you want to run an event for a charity, absolutely. You can either run it at a reduced rate for your prize payout, or if everybody's cool with it, there's no prize payout. They're just getting the points off it. You donate it all, whatever. So if you want to be involved, reach out to us. We're always looking for people to help, and it's going to be great.
Yep. One final other thing I forgot, and I do apologize, Dean. Boardwalk Bait and Tackle. They jumped on last minute to the Cold Lake Derby and donated a nice prize pack and gave a lot of our anglers who went there a discount. So thank you very much, Dean, and to your family.
Yeah, great store. If you're in Cold Lake, stop in there. They were so amazing. They dealt with everybody, and I think at one point we probably had about 25 of us in there. It was getting a little cramped. So
it's not a good store. It's dangerous. Very dangerous.
Well, it was a good store because I just only what I could carry in my hands. And I grabbed a couple of things that were really big, so I couldn't get a lot of stuff in there.
Oh, I had a shopping bag.
Oh, I didn't take a shopping bag. I just had my hands. And I made sure I grabbed at least one thing that took a full hand. So it reduced what I could carry. But yeah, no, that's absolutely great. And can't wait to see what everybody does. Get out there, tag your sponsors. Any pictures you're using, whether it's items you've won this year, items you've won in past years, if you're out there and you can get a picture of you using their equipment or their equipment just out in the wild, get a cool picture of a hook on a rock or anything like that. Let's tag our sponsors. Let's get them some of that social media interactions, because they're giving us a lot of stuff for free, and it's our way to give back. So it's absolutely great. Brodyn, we'll see you in
a month.
In a month. We'll talk before then, but we'll be online again in a month, and we'll see what people can get done.
Good luck, everyone, for Challenge 4 and the rest of SummerSlam. I look forward to seeing you all in a month.
Any bets on what your top 3 species will be?
Let's hypothetically think Flynn gets his Ikonu. Not saying he won't, but I do know they're a hard species to catch. I would say possibly a Ikonu, pike, and a walleye. If not an Ikonu, I would say pike, walleye, and possibly a trout of other trout species.
I'm kind of thinking, how long's Flynn up there for?
I can't remember.
Because I mean, he could end up with Ikonu,
pike, and lake trout. He could.
He could have 100 inches of fish off 3 fish without a problem.
Yeah.
He could possibly break 120 inches with 3 fish if he's able to get out and do it. So Eric,
I've got money on you now.
Eric, I guess you got to get out and hammer some big channel cats, some big drum, and a monster pike, and put them up to it. Same as who else is out that way in Manitoba? Nick, Nick's Saskatchewan, right?
I believe he's in Saskatchewan. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, any of the Sask folks have got that. Yeah.
Don't cross out Alberta. Never cross out Alberta.
No, because you can get some monster pike, some monster walleye, some big Lakers. I wouldn't cross out Rindy either. Out in BC, I mean, he could end up with some. If he was to hammer another Laker like he hit before, and make his way to Alberta for a big pike, it could be anybody's game.
Very much so.
I'm just waiting to see somebody submit an 8-inch perch.
An 8-inch perch.
8.
You never know.
Oh, Robin just said that Rindy's coming back, so he's coming out to put a a last minute run on SummerSlam. So
Ooh.
it's going to be a fun month. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen. So good
Sure.
luck to everybody for the next month in the SummerSlam, and we'll be watching. Brodyn and his Iron Fist. Make sure that you're belly to belly, perpendicular to your bump or perpendicular to your kayak, nose to the bump board. Learn how to pinch the tail with your toes while still being able to see the end of the tail. You're good. All right.
All patent pending movements.
Yeah. Well, all right. Good luck, everyone, and we'll see you in a month.
All right. See you guys.